voice. I've been sick for 3 days.
You have the Rona for the third fucking time.
Dude, I mean, out of anybody that I know, I tried to get it. I tried to. But
that's why.
I don't think this is a thing. I don't think this is the Rona. I got tested. Just came back as HIV.
Yeah, weird.
That's fine. I can't hear a thing.
Put your headphones on.
I have them on. Everything's clogged up, man.
Every time you drink, you have to drink with your panda paws.
Oh, shit. God damn it. Well, this is going to be more fun now.
My panda paws are retarded. Or maybe it's me.
Well, this is why they have to, like, in zoos, they have to, like, force them to fuck. Pandas are basically waterheads.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're backwards.
No, they're not.
Okay.
They're not. We're backwards. I think I sprained the top of my hand fingering my wife last night.
Attaboy. Yeah. So how you can actually? Hey. You didn't do it the pause.
Who?
You didn't drink with pause.
I was moving my hand. Fucking sue me.
Is there anything to even get if I were to sue you? I could get my biggie. I bought you a biggie thing like 5 years in a row. So
yeah. You can have all that shit back.
And the other one's going to be awesome.
Are we live anywhere? No.
We're live on everything.
I know.
The other one's we're live on all the things.
Okay, I wasn't sure because my Facebook feed was slow. What'd you get into last night?
I kept saying
look like Elton John.
What's the other gay piano guy? Liberace. Yeah. more of a Liberace man. We went to go see a band and we were hanging out.
Can you drink with one hand? I don't think I have
panda? No, I don't think I can.
No.
Which is going to be cuter. It's cuter if we have to drink with two.
Yeah, because of our paws and all.
Yeah, it's just cuter. Here
and these sunglasses are dark as fuck. I can't see shit down here.
Here we go.
I'm just constantly smashing my face in this microphone.
Attaboy. That's 80% of the things I jerk off to.
I'm going to have to change before I go to this meat raffle later.
No, just go like that. Just live your life, man.
I might actually just wear this panda hat.
You should.
Chris is going to fucking hate me.
Dude, they fucking rule. They got these things.
Yeah. Wow.
You just, hey. Okay, so let's.
You were groping that woman's tits. No, the panda paws were.
Illegal.
I don't have opposable thumbs.
Next time we hang out, we'll wear panda hats and we have to have our hands on the thing the whole time.
I told you the whole fucking time. I told you this is our thing that we need to do. We need to do the jackass.
Hazmat suits.
Well, hazmat suits, yes, but I want to dress up like legit pandas.
Okay. I'm
not dollar store pandas, even though it's cool, but full on pandas, just like in Jackass.
Okay, I'm in.
And go drinking and just fuck up everybody's night at the bars and then dip out.
But here's the thing. My only worry, I have to X out of something real quick. So I don't, there we go. My only thing, the thing that scares me the most is that I will come into town. I'll show up with your panda suit and you'll be like, I don't want it. Because you're a crotchety old man. Hey, panda hands.
It's a good thing I had our costumes laying around down here.
You like when daddy dresses you up.
I hate when you fucking come to town. There's always a random fucking package on the porch.
I'm like, hey, you're going to get a package in 2 to 3 days.
Don't open it.
Don't open it.
I get it. I shake it. I'm like, is there any ticking going on? Is there
the only package I want you to open is from Ted Kaczynski. We're going to go to one of our, I guess, like.
I have both my headphones on now, and it's baffling.
I can't hear a thing. I just. So I had that sinus. Remember, I used to get like ear infections all the time. You probably don't.
Yeah. Because you would, when dudes were coming on you, you'd always turn your head.
Yeah, I was like, dude, in my ears, fix me. Tell me I'm your stepdad. So I got this. They put a thing up my nose and they inflate it, and it breaks all the cartilage. Apparently, And so I stopped getting ear infections. But I was so used to having ear infections that an ear infection would be like, I don't know, it's a fucking Thursday. No big deal. Drinking with panda hands is the best. Like you're trying to be serious?
There's
Anyways,
no
this
way.
goddamn... How are we going to stop Russia?
I can't drink out of my water bottle with the panda hands because it's so slippery. And that thing weighs about 6 pounds.
This is why they're going extinct.
Nuts. Yeah.
So I gotta get... Here we go. That's better. So
if I do that, my head's all fucked up.
So this week I went to urgent care and I'm like, I don't know, this has got to be a sinus infection. And they're like, you're pre-sinus infection. I'm like, great. So can I have prednisone, which I usually get, and some sort of antibiotic? And they're like, well, you got to come in when you have the sinus infection.
The fuck?
I'm like, I feel it. I feel like somebody legitimately held me down like Rocky Balboa and just punched my cheeks. Like it feels like somebody punched me in the face. It feels like I've been in a fight. And they're like, so for right now, just take Sudafed. And I'm like, bitch, I take Sudafed every day. Every day. I'm like Mark Wall. Who's the guy in that movie where the kid's dead? Bruce Willis is dead. I'm Donnie Wahlberg in fucking God damn it, I'm drunk.
Sixth Sense?
Yeah, hey, there we go. I'm Donnie Wahlberg in Sixth Sense. I'm all skinny and fucking itchy and shit. And I'm like, I take Sudafed so much. I take Sudafed so much that I have to lie to get people to get me Sudafed. Because I don't get on some like meth fucking report. So I'm taking 12-hour Sudafed. I'm taking 12-hour Mucinex. I'm doing nasal sprays, all this shit. If they would have just given me the goddamn prednisone, 3 pills of prednisone,
is it Preg or is it prednisone?
I think you're right. It's pred.
Yeah. I'm a doctor.
Let me take a sip.
Gotta be careful you don't get the fucking fur in your mouth. Be like going down on your 13-year-old girlfriend back in 1986.
Dude, do you remember that? First time you go down on someone, you're like, how are pussy hairs getting up my nose? Where is it?
Yeah, I have fucking Indiana Jones with my machete out just to find a vagina. You pull the hair. Fucking shave that muff.
First time I ever made a girl come, I had to move the obelisk and also replace it with a bag of beans. Being hungover rules.
Yeah. I'm just gonna be drunk. I'm not hungover. I should be. I was up for over 30 hours.
That's impressive. I can't do that.
I got home from work and Chris is like, if you're gonna hang out with me and Aubrey, I want everybody up and ready to go by 10. Yeah, I'm like,
I hear you.
So I'm gonna go to bed and know that I can only get max of 3.5 hours of sleep.
So I wouldn't be able to sleep right away. I wouldn't be able to sleep. Yeah,
I've done that. I've had those days where, like last Friday when I went to meet Hurley, I knew I was only going to get 2-3 hours of sleep. I couldn't sleep, so I just got up and started drinking. So I had some beers, and we went to the mall, and the mall sucked because I went with 2 women.
Oh, terrible.
And I drank 5-hour energy early, and then we went to lunch. We came home. We hung out with the kids, played games. I drank some beers. I had another energy drink. We played some more games. I don't even think we had dinner. And Chris and I were up till 2:00 in the morning watching fucking movies last night. So what is that? From 8:30 Thursday night till 2:00 in the morning last night? I don't know.
You're
32 hours.
You are
bullshit.
The biggest piece of shit on the planet. And I say that unequivocally. You are, without question or compare, the biggest piece of shit on the planet. But
my hands are really warm.
Your ability to stay up and just rally, even not drinking included, just your ability to just, you have the, like you could have, had you been a better person, you could have been.
Hey, let me get my hand up off.
All right, let's start the show.
Hey, what the fuck have we been doing for 6 minutes?
Warning, my dad and his friends are total idiots. Like they can barely wipe their own butts. Listening to them will only make you dumber.
It's party time, baby.
Well, here we go.
Oh.
We're live. It's the
We have-
Hungover Show.
Yeah, we
Hangover?
have been for the last. It says hangover. I could say hungover, but they both work.
Yeah. Would you rather talk about a hangover or be hungover?
Talk about one.
Yeah. Because you could be like, the next day you could be like, dude, yesterday I was so fucking hungover.
Yeah.
But right now, we're in it.
I'm okay.
I
I'm
smoke
okay.
weed, I have coffee, I have beer. I'll get through it.
I have water and beer. Then we got to take Brady out to my parents, shipping his
Yeah.
bitch ass off. And then we got a meat raffle tonight with Brad, Brendan. I don't know, maybe some of the usual suspects.
So is Brad like a Democrat guy?
I don't know what he is. Brad's.
I've seen
he's
some
like
posts
us.
of his where I'm like,
He's a shit stirrer. He'll jump on both
Ah,
sides
okay.
of the fence, I think, and
Yeah.
it's just
I
Brad.
think most of our friends are that way. Like if there's here's the thing. We all know that the reason that Russia is going in and fucking everybody up at Ukraine, and one of my really good friends here is from Romania. Like she should be worried about fucking Romania right now. She should.
Yeah.
She should.
Where's he gonna stop? You know,
He's not going to stop. And if they partner with fucking China, they own like 80% of the world's lithium. So what are you going to do? Because China partnered with the goddamn Taliban in fucking Afghanistan. And we're two idiots in goddamn panda hats. So do with that what you will.
imagine if we were president.
Dude, I would be like,
We would be like, I think we'd walk in with sunglasses, bedazzled sunglasses and panda hats, and
Obviously.
sit down at our desk smoking a cigar,
yeah.
and be like, "We're about to fuck you guys up if you don't straighten up."
And you know what? I would have voted Democratic for Tulsi Gabbard, who's a woman of color and a woman. I would have voted for maybe Bernie, maybe. Probably not though. Before I voted for Trump, and I voted for Trump twice. Because if you want to talk about like how things get fucked up, you have this lady that goes up against Kamala Harris and ruins her. Tulsi Gabbard was like, during the presidential debates, threw all the smoke on that bitch and said, this is what you were. You imprisoned more black men than ever. You withheld evidence that made them stay in prison longer as a DA or whatever she was. And she ruined
prosecutors. Yeah.
Yeah. And then that bitch still got to be vice president.
Yep.
Because Tulsi Gabbard never takes
literally
money.
suck dick for promotions.
Yes.
On record.
Which is the American dream. So good on her. You can become anything, right? As long as you suck dick and wear a goddamn panda hat. But I would have voted Democratic possibly if it was Trump and Tulsi Gabbard, I probably would have went with Tulsi Gabbard. I probably would have. But, and I think most of our friends are a little bit more level-headed. But we need someone that's going to be like, sit down, Oval Office, hey, if you fucking even get close to that Ukraine border, we are going to fuck you up.
Yeah.
Period. That's all you need. Instead, it's like, well, we'll think about sanctions. Fuck sanctions.
And here's the thing. I didn't really know much about this, and I kind of got somewhat educated recently. Those sanctions, to me, seem like, hey, if you go in and fuck around in Ukraine, we're going to slap you on the wrist. But the more I'm reading, these sanctions are no fucking joke. They said if Biden were to drop the hammer and everybody else dropped the hammer in Russia, they would cripple that economy in less than 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
They couldn't do a
48
fucking thing.
hours and it would be a big thing.
They just said it would be incredible. But
Yeah.
and
So
also
we're tiptoeing around it.
the other half of this whole thing is I didn't understand how NATO worked. Again, I learned about this shit in high school 30 fucking years ago.
I
Didn't
have
pay
no
much
idea
attention.
how NATO works. So please.
But there's only 30 countries allowed in NATO. Why? I
Total?
thought that was. I think that's all it is.
It's like
Because Ukraine's not part of it.
you know,
That's why they're.
like,
That's why we can't do
they're
anything.
getting so fucked up. Like Jehovah Witnesses, I think there's only like a certain amount of people that get into heaven for Jehovah Witnesses. So like the whole faith is built on there's only a certain amount of people that ever get into heaven. Why do that? And then why go try to recruit more people?
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. So, hey man, there's only 30 countries around, but you're going to 90 countries trying to recruit people in.
Yeah.
And your country might get kicked out because you suck.
And
Can you imagine being
they're
like an immoral Jehovah Witness? Like,
oh yeah.
I jacked off in your mailbox, but hey, let me talk to you about fucking Jesus Christ. And you know this motherfucker that I'm recruiting is going to
As you throw a cigarette in their fucking front lawn. But I guess that's why, as the United States can't go in and do anything because they're not a NATO recognized country or some shit.
Here's the thing,
If,
we can do
if they were,
the fuck we want.
you can. But I guess then it's considered an act of war. But I don't know how Putin's doing this. He's doing it as like a military exercise. He worded it. He's not dumb, but he's a fucking sadistical motherfucker.
So if you could pick to have someone run your country, would you rather have Joe Biden or Putin running your country? Putin all day. You know, like if you ever, let's say you get a wild hair up your ass and you want to go to college, you want to take public speaking, they will show you, I wouldn't do it, but they will show you shit about Hitler, the way he spoke in public. Like Hitler is like the be all end all of public speakers. You know, so good, bad, or indifferent, take it for what it is. But that's the model that a lot of people, when they're in passion and they fucking, the Dwight Schrute pounding the fist. What was that after Stalin, I think?
Yeah.
Dwight
definitely commanded attention when he spoke.
Yes.
Every time.
When he accepted that award and Jim wrote the speech for him, but he basically just replaced salesmen with fucking Russians or some shit. That we had somebody that gave zero fucks. You kind of want, like, if you're going to go get in a fight, do you want that person to think that it's going to be an equal fight, or do you want someone to think that you will actually bite their fucking ear off?
Yeah.
You want to be crazy.
You want
Trump
that guy.
was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
He was crazy.
But he wasn't out of control crazy.
Got the one hand going.
Yeah. I can't. I mean, I guess I can grab it by the top and do it that way, but it's awkward.
Yeah. Jordan. Oh, I feel like trash, dude.
Well, Ted says you lost motor function last night, mostly of your face, but
well, here's the thing. Let me chat overlay it. And that's you. I kept saying I want a beer because I was sick. So I took Sudafed. I took so many vitamins.
Took all the drugs.
Yeah. But I don't remember leaving. I really don't. So I kept going, like, I'll just take a Busch Light. Bourbon. Next one. Take a Busch Light. Bourbon. So I think I had probably a half a bottle of bourbon. I left my card there.
What's that?
Bro. Whatever. That's not my problem. There's certain... I'm a Ferrari. I'm good to look at. Most of the time, I'm going to go off the fucking rails and fucking smash into a tree. Most of the time. Whatever. That's my life.
You're literally like a 1976 Pinto at best.
That's fair.
Right off the showroom floor, though.
I'll take it. Yeah, I don't know. You know, like, here's the thing. You can either feel guilty about the person that you are and carry that with you all the time, or you can just say, "This is me."
Tez, he's the fucking station wagon from Christmas Vacation.
And it carried a 30 fucking foot Christmas tree. You fucking bitch. And it went under the goddamn semi. Shut the fuck up. You know where you would have been in that car? You would have been in the back.
Yeah. I'd have been backseat fingering what's her name? My sister.
Audrey. The hottest chick ever from any of those movies was the cousin.
Angela.
No, the cousin in the Vegas Vacation.
The one on dancing on a pole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's like who's that girl? Savannah? Madison. She was like that girl Madison. Yeah.
Oh yeah, from Dino's.
Yeah. Like sneaky hot. Not hot.
I can't wait, man. A little over a year, we're gonna be back at Dino's.
All right, I'm in.
Tez come? Does Tez gamble? Doesn't fucking matter if he gambles. Tez coming to Vegas.
Yeah, he's coming to Vegas. Yeah. Or Tez, you're going to Vegas with me. I think if we get enough people, we can fly private from here to Vegas direct.
From where's here?
Like Marion.
So I got to come to the middle of bumfuck America to get on a private jet.
Fly to St. Louis. You hang out for a night. We'll take you around to our little our spots. And hold on, this is Miles. What's up, man? Doing a podcast. It's all good. What's up?
Sorry. Is he fucking Canadian? Oh, sorry.
No, we're what do you guys do? We're gonna go to brunch after this.
Brunch?
Yeah, or to Keepers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Bloody Marys.
Okay, well, just give me a call.
All right, bye.
Okay.
He sounds rough.
Bro. Well, you know what I learned yesterday is drinking when you're sick is not a good idea.
It sounds like it's a good idea, but then the next day you're like, why the fuck
I'm feeling
did
it.
you let me do that?
And here's the thing, like, and Ortez can actually attest to this. It's probably the most drunk he's ever seen me, probably. And I've been really drunk all the time. You know, it's us. I'm not going to carry that guilt, man. I'm just shedding the guilt. But I will say, I was trying to kill whatever's in me.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah. And I woke up today.
This thing's gonna drown inside here somehow.
Yeah. Zero hangover. I'm not hungover. I'm fucking still more sick. It's like everything was like, oh yeah, bitch. We're going to go live in your nose and your ears right now.
Oh, hey, all those vitamins you took to help you, all the alcohol just said, you know what? We're going to kill that. We're going to kill that too.
I had, you know, those like little pouches you can have, like where you put it in the water and it's like all the vitamins in the world. I think I had like 30 of those yesterday. My piss was like, I was pissing like like unicorn farts. And still, I feel like shit. And I got tested. It's not COVID. It's just like, when I went to the doctor, they're like, I'm like, I think I have a sinus infection. And they're like, no, it's a pre-sinus infection. I'm like, okay. Can we just pretend I showed up 4 fucking days later and give me the goddamn shit?
Yeah. So they don't get it?
They swab my throat, and they're like, but we need to also check your nose. And they fucking sneakily COVID tested me. Those fucks.
We have 2 COVID tests here because Aubrey was forced to bring them home from school. And I asked Chris, I said, can I send her back home with a handwritten note from me the next day? Chris is like, no, you cannot do that.
You should take the COVID test and spray paint it fucking all red.
Yeah.
Like metallic red. like a 1967 Corvette off the
lot. But like the other day, Krista was sick. Legit head cold. You could fucking hear it. Sound like you. Her nose was plugged. She said I was starting to get a little bit of sore throat. You know, and it lasted 2 or 3 fucking days. And I said, go take a COVID test upstairs. Funny, because neither one of us are taking them.
Sure.
I said, I'll just hold on to those until there's none left, and I'll sell them on the black market or the dark web.
Well, I mean, Ortez is listening, so let's call it the gray market.
Yeah.
Come on. I don't want to blackmail anybody.
One of my favorite songs is Black Hole Sun.
Yeah. I can't think of anything else that's black and white.
What, Michael Jackson song, Black and White?
Oh, shit. God damn it. You know what? Like, no one knew Elton John was gay, but he wrote a song that said, "Don't let the sun go down on me"?
I didn't know until later. The same thing with Neil I figured out Elton John was gay before I knew Neil Patrick Harris was gay. When Neil Patrick Harris came out, I was like, what the fuck?
But he plays, you know what? I'm watching that show for the first time ever.
How I Met Your Mother?
Yeah.
Fucking
and
hilarious.
He plays a straight guy good. And because he's gay, he gets away with more shit. It's like, if you're a white guy and you're going to drop N-bombs, probably not good. If you're Puerto Rican, you can get away with it. If you're black, carte blanche. Do with the N-word what you will. You know? You could say, hey, N-word, this steak is fucking delicious. If you said that as a white guy, not good. If you're gay playing a straight guy, you could be misogynistic as fuck.
Yep.
Because it's more palatable, which is great.
And he was in.
If everybody had the whole fucking thing to do whatever.
Yeah. It was in Harold and Kumar. You know, and he was fucking crazy and chasing titties.
God damn you, I'm tiptoeing around every goddamn fucking.
Ortez, I'm putting sticks over the hole, hoping he walks into it.
I'm trying, dude. And I didn't say a goddamn thing wrong. And it's recorded. Motherfucker. And I'm re-drunk.
That's the best way. That's going to be my problem today is like, we're going to want to out to my parents, you know, as soon as we walk in.
Judy's a queen. So she drinks Busch Lights, right?
Oh, yeah.
What was in her fridge downstairs when we were the week before your wedding?
Everything.
We were drinking some sort of Natty Light. Was it Natty Light bottles?
Keystone Light.
Keystone Light. That's it. Judy's the queen of my heart.
Keystone Light, Coors Light. There's a whole section of her basement that's dedicated to fucking wine. She had a wine truck, a wine delivery truck stop at the house. And she gets her orders because her cousin owns a winery up in Arcade. And we always get this. It's called Cranapple Celebration. It's like this apple wine, sour apple wine. Holy fuck, is it delicious. Better. I remember Fuki Plum.
Hey, do you want a hangover? Cool. Have Fuki Plum.
Let's just demolish cases of that shit.
That's just the worst.
But yeah, she's got a whole section of her basement just all wine. She's like, oh, the wine truck was here. I go, you have one of those? Oh, they were coming back from doing like delivery.
Yeah. But for wine?
Yeah, Schwans. Not
Schwans. Schwans. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm drunk.
She's like the only people they pull into the fucking driveway and deliver her wine for. Other than that, they take it to their retailers or whatever. But no, they stop at my mom's house.
I love it. She's the best. And she's probably the nicest person of all time as well.
Yeah. I'm about to be 49 in 3 weeks. And if I say the word fuck or I swear too much, I still get yelled at by my parents.
I get away with it.
Yeah. Even though I have heard my dad say fuck a lot more lately.
Yeah. You know what's weird? So I think
I definitely fucked up my hand.
You do one finger? You got two, dude. I can show you. I'll show you the way.
That's why we were sitting on the couch.
Oh, that's tough. Yeah.
Take what you get.
That is tough. Yeah. I'll show you the way.
Oh, I almost fucking drank my beer without my paws.
And she got a C-section, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so one finger's probably plausible.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. I'm not going to brag right now on the way I look, but I think if we were a band, I'd be the lead singer. You'd be probably like the drummer or the bassist.
Cool with that.
Yeah.
Panda band. Band Panda.
I think that after we get canceled, I think we come back as Trash Pandas. I think that's the fucking...
That's the play?
Yeah. I got
you sound just like last night.
Dude, I'll tell you a secret. You know that I want a pet raccoon. Like probably more than anything.
You just talk to our friend Brian Bliss.
Okay.
He knows all about it.
I want a pet raccoon so bad. Like from a baby, like a little tiny one, right?
Okay.
So it iced around here. Like, so trees are falling, everything's fucked. And last night we're driving out and this fucking raccoon, not a baby, but like a big one, gets fucking killed. And I got so goddamn sad. When people kill raccoons or turtles on the side of the road, it makes me sad. Does that make me like less of a man? A little bit?
Yeah.
Like, so I love turtles the way Judy loves turtles. Like, I love turtles.
And for those of you who missed the show that we discussed this, my mom and dad live out in the country, and they have a concrete little fish pond that's got a pump in it, and they dye it blue, and frogs live in there and whatnot. And then they have a giant, I can't say giant, a very good sized man-made dugout pond. It's only about like 3 feet deep, maybe. And there's thousands of goldfish in there, thousands, and frogs and whatever. And apparently every once in a while we get a turtle wanders from wherever the fuck and hangs out there. Well, once there's a living creature that enters my parents' property, it becomes a pet.
Yeah, it's property of Judy.
Yes. Now it's my mom's pet. So she goes
mom,
out there.
Your mom is Turtle Jesus.
Yes. She talks to these turtles, and then she has to nurture them because they're not getting enough food in their natural habitat. She goes to fucking Wendy's and buys an extra fucking roast beef sandwich and goes out and feeds the fucking turtles roast beef. And then guess what?
Like feeding like a 2 foot long snapping turtle Wendy's burger.
Yeah. Not by him, but she throws it out there to them, and they fucking Daryl.
She calls them.
She calls me on the phone, tells me the turtles love roast beef and bologna. Loves roast beef and bologna.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So what does this turtle do? Goes back at night, goes back and tells his turtle friends. The next day, there's 3 fucking turtles. They're all sitting there, and they see her coming to feed fish, and they all stick their head out. She's like, oh, I don't have enough roast beef for all you. So she runs back in the house and gets some fucking bologna and feeds the fucking
Goes up
turtle.
to Hogan's. Is that Hogan's?
Yeah.
Is that what it's
Yeah,
called?
Hogan's.
Yeah.
I need a roast beef sub without the sub. Quick.
It's like when you say you're gonna have a couple friends over, your parents are gone, and you can drink. All of a sudden, 30 people that you don't even fucking like show up. She probably got some like good like stripers or whatever those are called, like
painted turtles.
Painted turtles, yeah. And then the snapping turtles show up, and that's like, you know what I mean?
Well, she tamed that motherfucker.
Yeah.
He's now, holding tea parties while they're eating a roast beef.
Judy taught a snapping turtle to roll over.
She has a name for every fucking one of them. She is all worried at wintertime that they go down. Did you know that turtles breathe through their tails? I didn't know that.
They breathe through their ass.
Or their asshole, yeah. Tail, asshole, whatever.
Yeah.
She's all worried. She's like, I can't wait for everything to thaw and my turtles come back. I can feed them more roast. Between her fucking fat ass dog, who I love, and the turtles, those fuckers ate better than I ever did out there.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the when it snows or when it ices in like Georgia, crocodiles they'll actually stick their noses up through the ice and they know they're freezing. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
And where's it down in Florida when it gets so cold? Fucking iguanas just freeze and fall out of the tree.
There's London Post. There's a falling iguana alert. You know how shitty it is to be a fucking iguana? Like, God damn it. Like, I get that, like, the global temperature changes and shifts. Like, 5,000 years ago, the Sahara Desert was covered in fucking grass.
Yeah.
Shit changes.
Yeah.
But falling iguanas, figure it out, man. Just figure it out.
Yeah. I wonder if that happens if there's like a sale on hard hats at like Home Depot. Like they move them right to the front like snow shovels.
Like when Buffalo's in the playoffs and the cost of fucking folding tables goes up.
Fuck. My mom's a fucking mess. But she should be relatively sober today because she thinks she has to watch Brady and can't have any beers. I'm like, I get hammered and watch him. He takes care of himself.
Okay, so Ortez says we're off topic. What was the actual topic?
Yeah, Ortez, what was the topic? Well, we have a topic we were going to talk about.
Well,
but Ortez sent a second one, and I don't know if he posted it on Facebook.
No, what was the actual topic we were going to talk about?
Who,
Most
us?
punchable faces, right?
Yeah, top 5. You're like 5 most punchable faces. But Ortez sent one too, and I was like, oh, fuck, I got to do some research. And I cannot find where the fuck that topic was. I looked on our Facebook page, not there.
It wasn't there.
It's not in the,
No, it
it's
wasn't
not in the
text
group
either.
text.
Yeah.
No. I went all the way back through days through that, and I'm like, where the fuck is it? But he's just sitting back there with a fucking just like
this big fucking Cheshire cat, fucking beautiful black smile.
Yep. Just fucking sitting
He
there.
wore pants yesterday. Do you know that?
You told me this is like the second time he's ever wore pants.
Yeah, he wore actual pants. I mean, I didn't touch them, so they're probably still like
tearaways.
Yeah, yes, tearaway dungarees.
Ortez, you have to have pants when we go to Vegas because we're going to go to a nice nightclub.
Oh,
you got to be dressed up one night.
He dimes up, he does.
Yeah. Oh, I know.
He's gorgeous. He walked in, and everyone's like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then he's got this jacket on, and he's got a hoodie underneath it. Did the hoodie have sleeves or no sleeves?
The hoodie had no sleeves.
No sleeves.
No sleeves.
No sleeves.
And not like it was like short sleeve, and it was cut off in the titty.
He did here, and it was.
I figured he'd cut off around the titty so the nipples hang out.
He's not far away from that. No, he's not. It's great.
What are we talking about? Sweatpants. That wasn't the topic.
We were talking about most punchable faces.
Yeah, what Ortez said sweatpants. Is that what he was wearing last night? Sweatpants?
No, he was wearing actual pants. Like, I think. Like jeggings? Can men wear jeggings?
Fucking word. I hate that fucking word. That's my Vegas attire. I can't wear sweatpants. For 2 reasons. 1, I'm way too warm. And 2, I don't have the dick for it.
Yeah, I have 1 pair of gray sweatpants where I'm like, it's dick appropriate. Like my dick's like, hey, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Everything else, it's like, where's your dick?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Straight down like a girl with no ass.
Yeah. Yeah. And here's a question to ask the crowd of 3. I'm a left hanging dick.
Me too.
Ortez, he'll be like,
just everywhere.
Yeah. I heard he puts gum on the end of it to pick up things off the floor.
Yeah. It's like a magnet, dick magnet. Hey, look, a quarter.
I'll get it. Hey, you dropped your keys down that sewer grate. Do you have any gum? No worries. I taught my dick how to do this.
It's like never mind. I'm not gonna say it. My hands are so sweaty.
And down came the biggest fucking snake I've ever seen.
It was purplish hue. It was shiny. And I'm pretty sure it winked at me.
Dick? Yeah, it was like Sully's dick, but bigger, blacker.
More purple. And less disease infested.
If that dick was a movie, it'd be rated N.
For what?
I don't know. Not gonna fit in here.
I'm out.
Samir, not gonna work here any longer.
Nagatomi Plaza.
I skirted around it. So you can't even, don't eyeball me, son. Don't eyeball me.
Shit. I'm back in. Plugged in. Yes.
I will tell you that next time you have a head cold, drink 1,000 pounds of bourbon, go to sleep, wake up, and start smashing Busch Lights.
You sound better.
I feel better. I feel like I'm getting there.
Yeah.
Like, could I perform? Let's say we had a band. You're the drummer, bassist, whatever. Could I sing tonight? I could get through it.
Yeah.
I could get through it.
Take your humidifier or whatever and put some scented oils inside of it. And
you know what I don't appreciate is
put a plastic bag over your head and then tie it real tight so that
throw me in the lake.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like a bunch of kittens you don't want.
Or children. I mean, I didn't say that.
Been there. I don't appreciate. I think this is indicative of like the society that we're in now. Like we're in the strong men make weak men transition, right? We just are. Do you agree or not? You playing
Yes.
fucking?
No,
It's not like you're playing, remember that football game with the dots, the red dots?
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you're playing that.
No, it's my heater.
Hater, sniper, back check, forecheck, paycheck. We're in that area now. Our dads, your dad especially, strong man, and he made you, who's a total bitch, right? So, same thing. My dad, pretty strong man. My dad, if he grabbed your arm, you would actually be paralyzed. Like he had the ability to completely paralyze you with his fucking hand. On his deathbed, I went to leave because me and you were going to hang out that night because you're a great friend. I go to leave and he grabbed me like I was 4 and it was about to run into traffic and he was dying. Like that's the men that we come from.
Yep.
And we are wearing panda hats and gay. So not gay, but
if I were to like,
have you ever watched a show? If you were a straight man watching a show, would it make you gay? You watched that one with Blake Lively. I rest my case.
Gossip Girls.
Yes, I rest my case.
Or girl. Gossip Girl. Yeah.
Your Honor,
She's
no more
stupid
questions.
fucking hot.
Yeah, she's great.
So a bunch of the chicks in it were hot. That's the only reason I was in it.
Isn't it great when like it's not even like someone's hot. They change like the chemical makeup of you because they're so bright, you know? She's just bright. She's like Lively. I'm sure it's not her real name, but she makes you feel
lively,
not dead inside.
in my
not
downstairs.
Like, yeah. I'm like a rusted graveyard of shit. And Blake Lively gets a little bit of sunshine through the fucking old trees.
It's not that I think about this often or anything, but every once in a while you get that like that fucking new movie with Owen Wilson and J-Lo. You know, normal average dude at his with his daughter at her concert. She's a pop star or whatever. No shit. Okay. And some lady has a sign that says "Marry Me" and walks out of the concert, and he's holding it. And she's having a midlife crisis on fucking stage.
Sure.
Owen Wilson's standing there with the thing, and she's like, "Yes, I'll marry you." And they start dating. So you got the whole celebrity and then average Joe. So you just imagine like bumping into Blake Lively at a bar.
Yeah.
And she's out having drinks with her girls or whatever, and you say something funny and she laughs.
That's all it takes.
You have a couple beers and you're cool and you're like, maybe I'll see her again. And then you do that again. And then you get her number. You imagine
it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine walking into Vinny's with Blake Lively. First off, I don't think 90% of the people there would know who the fuck she is.
And also they probably wouldn't believe that she would go to a bar with carpet.
Mm-hmm. And beers that are that cheap.
Yes.
But
can you get 3 for $5 pounders? You can.
Yeah, you can. But just like walking into a bar like that.
Well, here's the thing though. Like,
I'm going to take you to the greatest place on earth. She's like, we're going to Vegas? Disneyland? Nah, bitch. We're going to Vinny's.
She's like, we're going to that cafe in Paris that I go to? No. We're going to West Seneca, you dumb whore. And I'm going to finger your butthole the entire time.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, me either. Winky face. I think the trouble of dating a famous person is that they're famous 100% of the time. Like you can't have a minute.
You can't turn it off.
Yeah. So I've been weirdly lucky enough to be around certain famous people, and it's weird when you're talking to them directly. They're actual normal people.
Yeah.
But then when you kind of like step back, you're like, okay, this person won a fucking Oscar, or you know what I mean? Like, so if you're 1-to-1, it's good. If you're 1-to-2, it's probably good. But if you bring a famous person to a fucking dinner party, it's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. So could you do it if you made your own little, what's that shit called? Like a eco thing or whatever.
System?
Yeah, ecosystem. If you made your own little ecosystem where it's like your friends and your friends are cool. Like if I was dating a famous chick, let's say I wanted to go to Harvard so I could meet Natalie Portman. This is a true story. And Brownsy, who died a couple years ago, rest in peace. He's like, we should go. Maybe you can bump into her. And I'm like, okay. First of all, I'm not that cool. And Natalie Portman is like, to me, be all end all. I had a crush on Natalie Portman in 1996. I just did. So let's say you go to Boston. I would fuck it up. There's no way to recoup it. But let's just say that I hit it out of the park. Let's say I make something funny. I make her laugh. I'm going to bring Natalie Portman to hang out with you. You could probably handle it. Portman to hang out with you and Hurley. Hurley could probably handle it. Hurley would try to fuck her. You would try to fuck her. But we all agree to the terms, right? So,
Man.
not really. So, but sooner or later, you're going to get outside of your little,
ecosystem.
And, you can't bring Natalie Portman wings. You can't bring Blake Lively to Wild Wings. You can't. And if you did, it'd be a fucking event.
That's the thing. It's like all of a sudden the cameras are going to come out. Because like I said, going to Vinny's, probably not going to get recognized. Maybe. But going to, like you said, going to a place like that or whatever, somebody's going to know. Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden a camera's going to come out. Hey, I'm going to take a picture because this girl here looks exactly like, Blake Lively or Natalie Portman. And all of a sudden people are like, no, that is her.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck's she doing? Why is she here?
I was dating
I don't think
a girl in Raleigh.
I think
this. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, I think Celine Dion, her husband was somebody like that. Was just a commoner.
He was a producer, and he was like 40
random
years older than her. Yeah. Love is love, man. You can't turn it off.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't her. It was somebody else. But anyhow, I digress.
Shania Twain. I think you're.
That could have been. I knew it was just somebody.
Yeah. Who is hot as shit.
I know.
Terrible music,
sexy,
but hot as shit.
Yeah. Fuck that.
I was dating a girl in Raleigh who still to this day is impossibly hot. And this is like 20 years ago. So this girl comes up to me. I'm at the bar. I'm getting us drinks. And this is a place where if you went there, you could buy tiny champagne, but they wouldn't open it for you. So you could actually buy a bottle of champagne and open into the crowd of people dancing, which was worth it.
So many people walking out with eye patches.
So I'm buying these $5 bottles of champagne. It was $5, and it get you more hammered than beer, and you get to shoot people with a cork. Especially
and you reach in and pull out you pull a small saber out of your fucking belt.
They will all die. Thumbs up, down. Up. So was in this weird corridor, and so it'd be 90% women, 2% guys, and indifferent. Sorry, burped. But if you shot a cork in that hallway, it was like throwing a fucking Super Bowl. It was it was great. You're hitting everybody. So I'm at the bar. I'm buying some more champagne because I'm a piece of shit. And this other girl comes up to me. She's like, I have to ask you a question. I'm like, great. What's your question? She goes, are you rich? I'm like, no. At the time, I was making $34,000 a year. No, definitely not rich. Do you have a big dick? Definitely not. I do not have a big dick. How are you with that girl? How?
I'm funny.
And, and I questioned every part of reality after that point. I'm like, why is she even with me?
We need to do that. We need to go to a bar and find some dude with a hot chick and just
But he'll have an
just
answer.
go right up and
Most
Are you
people with
rich?
hot
Yeah, say we just
with
walk
hot-
away.
would be like,
Do you have part two? Do you have a big dick?
I own
I'm not
9
rich. Do you have a big dick? Yes.
Sure do.
Walk away.
Got it.
This is not working out.
I'll be like, well, me neither. Yeah.
High five.
I had no answer for it. I had nothing. Are you rich? No. Big dick?
No.
Yeah, no.
No.
No. With that, how are you with her? And I probably transitioned to talking.
I got
and,
tongue game.
Yeah.
I got a 6-inch tongue.
I will finger you till you die, son. But could I like parlay, whatever. Maybe, but all the goddamn feels at the time. I thought
Yeah.
that's all the shit that mattered. Do you have money? Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
See,
You gotta
that
have
girl
fucking
was probably friends with the girl that came up to you. And that was her out right there. She probably paid her friend, hey, walk up this guy. I know he's not
You
rich,
know
and I know he doesn't have a big dick, but ask him these questions and see if we can break him.
But that's it.
Yeah.
That's all you gotta do. You gotta question your own mortality, I think. Fucking panda hairs.
Morality. I know.
Morality? Yeah, mortality. I don't know.
Yeah.
Same thing.
We are gonna
I was watching Tombstone yesterday. I think Tombstone is starting to not hold up for me.
Yeah. Starting to poke holes. What are you doing?
There's just parts in it where it's like there's parts of it where guys are smoking cigars, but the cigar isn't lit. A smoked cigar. It's a stage prop cigar. And you're in the Old West. Like, as a director, wouldn't you want there to be more smoke than less smoke?
More, right?
So let's say that you're not going to get the shot. The shot where Doc is like really fucking hammered and Kate is with him and she's like, he can go for hours. And he's the famous I've not begun to defile myself. Like that famous line. And then he passes out, has like tuberculosis, whatever he's got. Sorry, that was cursive in language. But there's certain parts of that scene where you can see that people are smoking cigars that aren't lit, but they look like they're lit.
Yeah.
Just make it more smoky.
That's it.
I will tell you though, when
They obviously have special cigarettes for people that don't smoke that have to. Because I was always wondering that. I mean, no shit, they look real, and I know you can edit.
what
some
if you
stuff,
don't
but
smoke
come on,
and you
man.
got to smoke?
Yeah.
The part where Doc comes around, he's got the trench coat on, he's got the shotgun, and he shrugs his shoulders, and the fucking coat comes off. Everyone will shoot their shit on the Quentin Tarantino scene where it's the guys walking down and it's all in slow motion and the camera's actually like mounted to like a crane, so the camera actually moves with the people as like one of the greatest 90s directorial moments. I think when Doc comes around the corner and he's got the gun and he fucking shrugs his shoulder and that shit comes off, his trench coat comes off.
I know it's hooked to a string.
Fucking coolest shit ever. Coolest shit of all time.
I swear to fucking God, if we ever go out and you show up with a trench coat, I'm just going to hit you with a baseball bat.
And I will have my gun and I will fucking shrug it off and I will shoot up once, get the horse to jump, and I will fucking rib cage. And then I will fuck your rib cage. I will fuck it. I won't.
Oh, that went left quick.
I'd be sad if I killed you. I'd get over it quick.
No shit, because then you'd have to eat the next slug.
Well, that's true.
Suicide pact!
Yeah, we do have a suicide pact. That is true.
It's notarized too.
We took it in front of a judge. You guys are actually agreeing to kill yourselves together. Yes. You know it's illegal. Is it? Is it though?
Oh, he's got the one hand going.
All right, I need.
Still can't do that.
You can do it. Hold the fort down. Think of a
I
topic.
can't. We have a topic, you fuck. Ortez won't tell us the topic because apparently he fucking deleted the post. Because that's what I was saying. Our Facebook fucking marketing genius over at Two Dolts Facebook page sucks dick.
I think it was like most punchable faces.
That was you and me talking 3 fucking days ago. Ortez had another good topic, which could have been funny, and it's something we're not versed on. I can't think of it. My brain has been soaked in fucking alcohol for the last 24 hours. Fuckhead.
24 hours? Really? 24
Yes.
years?
Oh, fuck off.
Fuck
Twat.
you.
Eat a dick. You're a fuck. Ortez, just tell us what what you wanted to talk about. It was a great topic. I know we weren't versed in it, and I know you all love putting us on the spot. And I did know after we had the Adam Sandler hot chicks in his movies, you wanted to talk about like Tyler Perry's leading women. And we're all like, every leading woman in a Tyler Perry movie is literally Tyler Perry. So I fucking can't remember what the hell it is. I was so pissed this morning. I was in a panic. I'm like, it's in our text thread. I rip back through that. I get to like Wednesday. I'm like, nope, it was definitely yesterday. I go on Facebook, go back to the Two Dolts page, go to the post. Can't fucking find it. I went to your page. I can't find it. He must have deleted it. He's a sneak.
You commented on it.
Dude, do you know how many notifications I get? I'm a fucking admin of like 3 fucking groups. My shit is piled up.
Yeah, I'm an admin of, I don't know, 90 Facebook pages.
Yeah.
Come on now, bro.
We're kind of important people, Tez.
Can't all just wear fucking sweatpants and have a big dangly do?
Giant fucking bulge in there.
I'm like, what do you feed that? Do you feed that like baby mice? He's like, nah, full rats. Full rats.
Half my notifications aren't for fucking jack dick either. I go back looking for one and I know I talked about it and it's not there. I'm like, yeah.
Well, I'm going to say something general right now. When in Rome, makes no sense. I think we talked about most punchable faces. That was one of them. I mean,
I always go back to Friday morning. And
I don't want to be like, like we should talk about topical things, but it is.
Like what?
Did you hear about the lady that was giving out sunflower seeds to Russian soldiers?
Were they laced with something?
No, she was saying
they should have been.
This girl from Ukraine, this late grandma from Ukraine. She's walking up to Russian soldiers and giving them sunflower seeds. She's like, so when you die here, at least sunflowers will grow.
Oh,
which is like,
wow.
What the fuck? Like the heart that people have. It again, you and I, Ortez, no matter how hard your upbringing, we are privileged as fuck. We are compared to the rest of the world. Compared to people that have had to like go out into the woods to get wood for their stove so they don't freeze to death at night. We got
like my dad does every weekend, dumbass.
But we got it good. We have it real good. And, again, maybe my dad punched me in the face a couple times. Whatever. Still better than even the kids right now in Canada. They're going to grow up and like a socially aware kid in Canada, let's say 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever, like right when you're kind of like, I have a brain. My parents are dumb. Like that time, they're going to grow up fearing their government.
As they should. The government's not here to help us.
Right.
It was 100 years ago. Now, never. Nope.
So imagine being this lady knows she's 80. I mean, we don't give a fuck right now, and we're in our 40s ish. Imagine how you and I are going to be when we're in our 60s.
Yeah.
Like your level of fucks depreciates.
Oh God, they're already gone.
This lady, she's 900 years old. She's probably 45 in fucking Ukraine, right? But she looks like she looks like she's 90 years old in goddamn Miami. She walks up to these soldiers and she said, "Well, give me your hands. Why are you here? Why are you on our land?" And she starts handing out sunflower seeds. She said, "So when you fucking die here, at least sunflowers will grow." It's amazing. Amazing.
I'm enjoying, and I mean, I shouldn't really say that. It's not exactly what I enjoy.
It's terrifying.
Watching it, seeing the good come out of these people that are fighting.
Yeah, they're trying.
Literally lives. And I still couldn't believe it. There was a guy telling me the other day on my post that there's an ace for Ukraine. He the ghost or whatever. He killed it. He shot down 6. I'm like, I didn't hear anything about that. So I'm like, source. He's like, you're one of those guys. I'm like, no, dude. I want to read. I want to know about
believe
this.
It. Yeah. I want to believe that somebody's that cool.
Yeah.
You know who it was?
And then that shit on the
in a F-14,
on a doghouse. You were on a red
F-14
doghouse.
Because my co-pilot Goose, Kyle, he smashed his head and he died. And then they tried to give me a black navigator. Really? Really? You're gonna give me Merlin? A black?
Yeah.
Is this made up land?
Yeah. But and then the whole thing about that island.
Yeah. Go for
the 13
yourself.
guys. Go fuck yourself, Russian warship.
Yeah. And then they're all dead. But they're all dead. But in the history of last words, I would say.
But how much of a cunt do you have to be seeing that island is out in the middle of nowhere and there's 13 guys people with fucking pea shooters? What are they gonna do?
Yeah, the biggest cunt of all time.
And you have to fucking just unload on that?
Yeah.
Come on.
I think that goes up with when Leonidas was approached by that guy. I'm too sick.
You're going way deeper than I'm ready to do. So
Spartans were up against this massive force. There was 300 Spartans, and
I've seen
up
this
against
movie.
Yeah, it's great. So the guy's like, lay down your spears. This is true. Lay down your spears, and we'll let you live. Spartans were done. There was no way to win. And Leonidas said, allegedly, come and take them. And they all died. That's one of the most badass sayings of all time, when faced with imminent death. However, just like the Nathan Hale thing we talked about, my only regret is I have but one life to give for my country. I think that was a PR move. I don't think Nathan Hale ever said that. I don't think Leonidas ever said that. I think that they were invented by PR people to enact the call. Remember the Alamo. Who the fuck ever, you know what I mean? Come on. You're going to have Mexico take all of Texas? Or, come on now. You know that Davy Crockett was promised 1,000 or maybe like 100,000. He was promised like 100,000 acres or some shit of Texas. That's why he was there. So no one's ever done anything for like valor. Everyone's an opportunist. So all the people that we love and you know, like Abraham Lincoln, I think Abraham Lincoln made the equivalent of like $800 million a year because he was president. So was he a really good president, or was he just doing it for the money? You know what I mean? All the people now in office, Nancy Pelosi, they're only in office as a public servant, so they have insider information to go and make more money.
Yeah, that's. I mean,
That
back
bitch
then-
broke down the laws and then
I
buy
honestly-
stock based on the law she's going to vote for. Come
yeah,
on.
I think up till like probably the 80s, I think the presidents were in it. Maybe even in the 90s, early 90s, presidents were.
I would
in
say
it
Clinton. I mean, Clinton was a piece
to-
of shit, but he was.
No, before him, I think presidents were in it to be a president.
Yeah.
I think they were,
To
you know,
lead.
granted, yes, to lead. That is what they wanted to do. They're, you know, we sit there and make that whole argument all up until recently. What almost every president was in the military in some aspect, right?
I think that should actually be a prerequisite. I agree.
I don't know. I wouldn't be
Tulsi
opposed to that.
Gabbard. Vote for Tulsi Gabbard.
If they weren't, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But I'm also would, like I said, everybody hated Trump, but I liked about him was his. I'm not giving a fuck. We are going to get us in this country and these American borders back together first before we worry about anybody else.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
if you fuck with us, I'm going to hit the button. But
What?
back to the original point here we were
Yeah, go
talking
ahead,
about. We had presidents that wanted to be president, that had the military background of being a leader, knowing what it takes. And then things changed in the 90s where that is when you saw the money. That is when the internet started.
Yep.
And all this shit, and like you said, these fucking career politicians who haven't done a fucking thing, like Pelosi, is in there as a public servant.
How you serving the public when you're changing or editing the laws and you're buying stocks before the law is passed? How is
Because
that being a career
manipulation?
or how is that being how's that being a politician?
And everybody's screaming, you know, term limits. That needs to happen now. I just saw somebody
but you
in
can
the
still
paper.
go in and fuck with the laws or have information for 4 years. Let's just say the term limits. Why not make it so unappealing to be a competition? Panda quotes. Make it so unappealing that you cannot buy stocks or trade on the open.
If you're going to be,
So you're actually taking the constituents,
yep,
constituents, and you're actually how the people that you serve want you to fucking vote. That's it. That's how it works. But instead,
those people.
this bitch. Sorry, go ahead.
No.
Her
Keep
eyebrows
going.
are higher than I
going.
am. No,
Yeah.
well, I don't get like how you can be in office for so long, and if you ever tracked like your net worth, right? So track a bullshit no-name senator that's been in office for. It's so funny watching you drink with Panaheads. Track a no-name senator that's been in office for, let's say, 15 years. This guy's never going to be president or whatever, but his net worth going in is like $80,000. His net worth going out is $1.9 million.
Yeah,
There's no
actually that's
fucking
a
way.
low number. That's a low number.
Yeah,
but still,
because they have inside information,
Yeah.
especially with this COVID shit. And that's why all these people want all these sanctions and they want to fucking, well, we can't do this yet or we can't do that yet because they're buying and selling the fact that they can restrict your freedom, which is fucking crazy to me.
I think is the instant you decide that, and I have a feeling this is eventually going to fucking sway. You see way too many people now aren't going into politics like they were back then. You were groomed. And I think a lot of these people, I don't want to use a woke term or whatever, and that waking up, I see a lot of people are just realizing that this is a complete sham of I don't even want to call it an industry, of a profession to be a politician. You are going to get fucking raked through the coals the instant you say you're going to be, I want to grow up to be a politician. No kids are saying that these days.
Right.
You're seeing less and less of that. But I think the instant you take office, your books become public record.
Wide open.
100%. I don't give a fuck if your wife is on OnlyFans. That information as income is out there now. We know where you're getting your money from. Who's sending you money?
I agree.
What you're doing with it. 100%. Your books are open if you're going to be a politician. And then, hey, COVID hits. And all of a sudden, you got that inside information that China's going to leak a virus, allegedly. And it's going to drive up these stocks. Buy them now.
So
guess what? You're fucking going to jail.
Lauren, she was like, I was on the this shit's happening train on Reddit, like with COVID shit. She bought tons of N95 masks when there was no way to know how bad this thing was going to be. But she was on it for like 6 months before it hit here.
Yeah.
And then you see politicians get labeled as xenophobes when they say, we're going to have travel restrictions because this place is sick as fuck. Or this one place is sick as fuck, but these places allow for travel. So we're going to restrict all access here and let this whole thing burn out. Xenophobic, racist, all that shit. I hate all this shit.
I just
there's just no real men anymore.
No,
you know why? Because real men will appreciate real conversation, and the growing populace of America, and I'm a skinny jean wearer as well, are all skinny jean wearers. You know, I can handle if you say, hey, if Russia acts up, we're going to go fuck them up. I can handle that. And it might get fucked up for us.
Yeah.
It might be real bad. But when the biggest bully that we can face starts coming on our block, but we're 30 times bigger than them, we need to punch them in the goddamn face. Say that instead of this waterhead fucking idiot.
You love that term now, don't you?
I didn't love it before. And Trump would have already, like, we would have been at the border of Ukraine probably 60 days ago. Is that a better option?
Fuck around and find out.
Yeah. But the idea that if you even try goddamn anything, we have no fucking idea what that guy's going to do. Yeah. I'd rather have that guy. I'd rather have Kanye West as president. Because then
now we're pushing it.
I would. And Kanye is as crazy as you get.
Yeah. I guess I just read this morning when I woke up. It looked like one of the guys that I wanted to talk about of our most punchable faces, our fucking county executive, Mark Poloncarz. Very fucking punchable face. I think he's number 2 on my list. Just lifted the restrictions for masks in county-owned businesses, buildings, and they just lifted the vax mandate for KeyBank Center. So now you can go to now instead of seeing now you can see instead of 2,000 people at Sabres game, maybe 2,500 will show up.
Sure,
but hey, there's things like Metallica's coming here. They're playing at the Bill Stadium this fall. I would love to go see Metallica. Another band I think should have hung it up years ago because they were rock stars and a little older than I was, not much older, when I was growing up.
Yeah, now 91 was like the first time I was like really knowledgeable of.
They're a little older and shit. And I'm like, they gotta hang it up, man. They made their money just.
Yeah.
But still, I would love to go see Metallica. I can't go because I am one of the few that refuse to get that fucking shot. So if they lift it, I'm absolutely gonna try to buy a ticket and go with my friends.
If they lift it, we'll go. I promise.
I would love to go.
Yeah.
But there's just all these things,
But why not? How about this? How about we fly you to Florida when they're in Florida, and we just go there. What's going to be a better time?
Probably in Florida, but still.
100%.
But then again, all these kids, my buddies from high school, all my friends that I've gone to Metallica, I've been to 5 or 6 Metallica concerts. Everybody from here is going to be there.
Yeah.
You know, yeah,
It
sure. I
should
can go
be a
to
shared
Florida and hang out with
experience
you.
friends. Yeah,
I
get it.
doubt London would ever leave the house to meet up with us, but
Well, I
whatever.
mean, we have to buy 4 tickets for him, but that's
No,
cool.
because he can just drive there.
Mm.
He can rent one of those big ass fucking semis that can haul 80,000 pounds.
Yeah, what's that plane or the helicopter with Dumbo drop? Like, we
Yeah.
just hook him up, you know, like a beached whale.
Yeah, kind of like the plane that fucking hauls the space shuttle around. One of those.
Did you know that there's a space shuttle that you can actually get if you can tow it yourself?
No. Do you want to go to space?
Well, here's the thing.
No, this is a yes or no question.
It's a very good question.
No, I didn't say that. I said this is a yes or no question.
Yes.
Okay. Now talk. I have your answer.
I'm
not sure if we look like pandas or old presidents.
I declare.
You look like fucking low rent George Washington. Because your ears are behind your head.
George Washington is an OG. Would I want to go to space? Yes, I would. I had the opportunity to go into pre-orbit one time. This guy.
Why is everything with you pre? Pre-satisfaction, pre-orbit, pre-cum.
Pre-gay sex. This guy, he owned a travel agency, and he's like, and I was building him a website, and I'm like, it's going to be like $8,000 or something like that. He's like, what if I traded you the ability to go into pre-orbit? And I was like, and at that point, I had not conquered.
Now
like,
talk to me.
I was on like all time. This was right after my dad died. I was on all time like panic attacks, you know? So even him like talking about after my dad died, it was like, someone was like, hey, you know, everything that's like safe and nice about the universe. Yeah, we're going to take that away and you're going to die someday. And you just panic, like opening a fucking garage door, panic. So I had the opportunity to go into pre-orbit in this like you go up and the top of the plane was glass.
I was going to say there's special planes, right?
Yeah. And you can actually see black above you. And I was like, how about
I can have 30 bush lights and see black anytime I want.
Yeah. How about you just pay me the $8,000? We'll just do that. But if we know anything about the world or about space, there's going to be a certain point of time where either the sun explodes or the moon gets too far away from Earth to where it can't affect what we're so used to.
So isn't by all these scientists' calculations, the moon is moving away from the Earth every year by 14 and a half inches.
Yes.
So shut up about that. You're going to be dead in like less than 30 years. So
I get it.
The moon's literally going to move. The moon's going to move 27 feet by then.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm good with that. But
there'll be less one tidal wave in California. Who cares?
But would you want to be like one of the guys that goes and goes to Mars and helps colonize, right?
Colonialize,
yeah, thank you. Mars. Colonize, you fucking asshole. Don't fucking act like you're smarter than me.
I almost had you fuck. I was struggling with it too. I'm like, I know that's not right, but man, did it sound good.
So many L's. You said it with such emphasis and power, respect. So you could get to Mars in, let's say, 2.5 years. And you could be one of the first people to ever colonize Mars, allegedly, because Mars had trees and grass and water on it fucking 80 billion years ago, but whatever. So would you want to do that for your kids?
No.
Let's say that we both find out on the same day that we have stage stage 2 pancreatic cancer. It's inoperable.
Cool.
And we have 5 years to live.
Cool.
But we can get to Mars in 2.5 years. I'd do it.
No interest.
We could hang out uninterrupted together for for 2.5 years of a flight. As long as we get in
We're sitting in a fucking Mars. We're in a fucking fishbowl on our head.
We'd be
You can't
in
drink
our
beer.
contained fucking thing. Yeah, we need a keg of Busch Light. We need
Numerous.
100 kegs of Busch Light. So maybe it'd take 3 years to get there because we'd be a little weighed down. But we could get it sponsored by Busch Light for sure. And
they could definitely put their banner on the side of our spaceship.
Yeah, and Bullet Bourbon. Yeah, so if Bullet Bourbon and Busch Light.
You imagine that we got 100 kegs of fucking beer shipped to Mars, and it's just going to be us hanging out.
Do you know how funny the we would make the world?
Hang on.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And the worst part about it is the tap is still back on your fucking kitchen table.
I don't think I've ever heard anything more sad in my life.
Yo, let me tell you about the saddest story we ever heard. So we're going to be the first 2 people to live on Mars. We have 100 kegs of Busch Light shipped with us.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally left shit behind so we could make weight. And we got there, we got set up, and we figured out that the tap
We
for
got
the
solo
kegs
cups.
is back. It's back on Chris's kitchen table with his fucking keys.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. That would be so terrible.
Dude, you imagine the amount of swearing and words that come out of our mouth.
I honestly, and I talk to you every day, I don't think we would talk for about a week. And we'd be the only people on the planet. Mars is cold, dude. Right?
Yeah. We just keep it outside.
Yeah. Just kind of. Can you imagine how sad we would be without beer? And outside is a bunch of really cold Busch Light. We gotta wait.
They're
3
actually
years.
just the right temperature. Like the outside of the keg starts to frost, so you know they're fucking cold.
We gotta wait 3 fucking years.
We got no fucking.
And the government's like,
yo, we're both on our phones. It's fucking Amazon. You know, and we're gonna need another sleeve of cups too.
delivery, Amazon. Amazon Prime is still 4.8 years away.
We remembered our panda hats. We forgot the fucking tap.
We're here. We're ready. We're going to podcast living on Mars the entire time. But, God,
that would fucking suck so bad.
That'd be fucking terrible. I'd be so annoyed. But whatever.
Yeah, I digress. No, I have no interest.
Well, we both hate flying.
Yep.
We hate flights and we hate heights. So,
So you get me 5 miles up in an airplane, I'm fucking spooked. You get me at the edge where I start to float out of my seat, I'm definitely scared then.
The weird thing about, let's say shit goes wrong, not like Challenger wrong, but let's say shit goes wrong. The re-entry portion is kind of weird too, because like you can't just like, hey, shit's wrong, we're going to fly back in and re-enter. You have to find the right trajectory around all the space shit that's already like floating around and is ready to fucking rip through your spaceship. So, let's say you're all gung-ho and ready, and we conquered our fears of flying. You get up, but shit's wrong. You got to come back in. You might be waiting for like a year to get back in.
Or all about the window and slingshot around the fucking moon and all that crazy shit.
Crazy. The ride there, we wouldn't be drunk.
Yeah, we gotta fly a fucking spaceship. Way different than driving a truck between bars.
Drunk, but like,
no, we'd actually, we probably would be.
Well, I mean, you got to be like a little drunk.
Yeah, we have to be a lot drunk. I mean, there's a difference between me getting hammered to fly to Vegas. Imagine if I got to go to fucking Mars.
If I could be on the plane or on the space shuttle with the Adderall vodka girls that I was,
Yeah. If it was, that'd be a different flight.
yeah, I'd be so excited to get there and also bombed out of my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all right, so let's talk about like flying. Are you more nervous, let's say, to go into pre-orbit or orbit than, let's say, a hot air balloon?
Fuck.
I
was in a hot air balloon when I was like 8.
Were you?
When we went up, like my dad and his brothers got my grandfather a balloon ride, hot air balloon ride out of like Colden for his birthday, one of his big birthdays. So afterwards, we were able to, us kids and my cousins, we were able to get in it, like three of us at a time, and they held onto the rope and they took it up like 100 feet, you know? And so you could get up over the trees and kind of see everything. It was like fucking really cool, but scary.
I would think that being in a space shuttle is more safe.
I would think so too. I would assume so.
Okay. Would you rather? Okay, so hot air balloons off the list. Would you rather jump out of a plane with an instructor or go into pre-orbit?
Pre-orbit.
Yeah.
The only way I'm jumping out of a plane is if that fucker's on fire on the way into a mountain. That's it.
I still would probably be like, I'm good, man.
Only if I had a parachute.
Yeah. Yeah. I would pre-orbit because the amount of like checks and balances you have to have before you even sit down in the seat.
Yeah.
Versus like the guy running the fucking hot air balloon is hungover, or the guy that's instructed to pack your parachute is like some piece of shit. Like we can't even order from Jimmy John's and get the fucking order that we want.
Yeah.
And fucking this dude is gonna pack a parachute correctly. You know, the same person that should be like spraying fucking the bowling shoes with
anti-fungicide.
Yeah, that's a level of fucking talent we got packing our parachute. No, pre-orbit me all day.
Or your guy in the fucking hot air balloon, like he says, hungover as fuck, and when he goes to release the flame to pump more air in there, he turns it, fucking melts inside the hot air balloon, and you fucking
you do this around the universe. Yeah, not worth it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I get panic on flights, and I'm flying next month.
Where are you going?
I get panic. DC for a concert. Sarah got me tickets to a concert.
Oh, is Oasis cover band playing?
I wish. I get panic when they shut the doors. When you can't leave.
I get anxiety. Mine kicks in literally once I walk into the jetway. Once I scan my ticket, that's when I start to get nervous.
So I have a weird ritual that you can actually adopt, but I actually put my hands out and I touch both sides of the jetway. And for some reason, that's always been my thing. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I can draw like a motherfucker, dude.
Your medicine's not working. You still can't hear worth shit.
That's my thing. Then I get to the. I don't mind sitting in the chair. I don't mind the fucking thing blowing on me. I don't mind the fucking in-air magazines.
I gotta have something to occupy my mind. I gotta be able to watch a movie. I gotta be able to read.
Yeah,
I have to be able to play on my phone. Something has to take my mind off the fact that I'm in a fucking tin can doing 517 miles an hour, 6 miles up in the air.
Yeah,
and it's safe.
Yeah.
That's why I drink all the time when I fly. It calms me down.
I just saw this thing.
Plus, getting to Vegas at 9 a.m. and being blitzed is amazing.
So many sparkly lights. Is this?
It's-
Did Caesar actually live here? Is this Caesar yeah. I don't know. All right. Well, we should probably end this.
Yeah, I'm good.
Hour 30. We did it.
Yeah.
I have to go. I don't know. I think I'm just gonna. I think my promise to myself this year, if I can make affirmations for the year, is that
It's almost March 1st, and he's about to make a New Year's resolution.
I'm gonna be what I want to be, and not care about other people's feelings.
Fucking Spice Girl.
I'm gonna tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
Thank you for letting me walk you through that
Hey,
and taking the
if you want to
reins.
be my lover, you've got to get with my friends.
That was me winking.
I thought you were just-
That was not me. That was not me. This was not Ortez's.
Yeah, it's way bigger than that. All right. Well, let's get out of here. I got to go to brunch.
We get back on schedule next week, maybe.
Yeah. So the end of the month on Fridays is kind of bad usually because our friend Cindy does karaoke at the winery we go to all the time. But they canceled, oddly enough, last night because of the roads. Not the roads. The roads are fine. So we could have done a podcast until about 9 last night or 10 your time. But it was too late to, whatever. But yes, let's get on schedule.
I know I'm busy like almost every Saturday in March. So
Okay.
and one Friday I have poker, the 18th.
Yeah, I don't mind a Friday like at let's say 10 your time to 11:30 because like I could go out, hang out, leave, do our shit, get more drunk, and then meet people back out. So I'm cool with that. So all right. Well, let's
Back in business.
back in black. All right.
I think we use that word enough tonight.
Yeah, black. But you black. All right. Thanks to Nelson Mandela Ortez for commenting.
Did you say Nelson Mandela Ortez?
It's hyphenated.
It's progressive.
Hey, thanks to Miles for actually listening. Miles, good to have you back.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Yeah, it's been about a year or so.
There he is with the fucking eyeball again.
God damn it. All right, we're out of here.
Yeah.
Go to brunch.
Yeah, you're going to brunch. I gotta go drink with my mom and dad. And
All right, tell
fucking win
Judy
some
said hello.
meat.
Tell your dad said what's up.
Some meat. Yeah.
Is
that Hala or Ola? Are you
I think it's Ola.
okay?
He's
Mexican?
He's bilingual. Yeah.
Okay. It's a fucking Dora the Explorer.
Hola, me llamo Mayas. All right.
I asked
Keep
for it on
fucking that
here.
chicken.